Ready to start bracket play. Lady Lions, left side of the court here, will play Sterling. Sterling, the second place team in Pool B. Lady Lions, first place team in Pool A. There's first point to Minneapolis. Alyssa George serves. Shot by Sterling, crossed, gives it Minneapolis Lions. Attack at the net. Kylie with a nice set to Autumn Knox, and it's wide. One early in the first game of the match with Sterling, first game of bracket play. There's a boink off the Sterling girl's nose, attacked by Lentz, and Autumn with the left hand falls over for a point. 2-1, Minneapolis. Stephanie Alderson will serve. Pretty good break in the action there for a while, Vic. I hope you don't see Stephanie miss many serves. Maybe that's
the first one she's missed today.
I'll bet. Side out to Sterling. It's a long wait for the girls. Nice dig by Mal.
That was long enough for me too, Mike. I ended up falling asleep.
Lenz bumps it on over. Sterling with a short set. Autumn with an attack that Sterling handles in the back row. 4 hits. Side out to Minneapolis. We're ahead 3-2, and it's warming up in this gym, isn't it, Vic?
Oh, it's plenty warm. Let's hope the Lady Lions can get warmed up here real quick.
Land serve is over in good shape. They tip it on over. Steph sets to Mal, and that's point Minneapolis. Mal tipped it on over right into the middle. There was no one there for Sterling.
She saw Sterling pursuing the net, so she decided to dink it over the top. And there's Sterling with a back row attack. We said Autumn to the outside, and that had some sauce on it. But it hits the rafters and stays in play.
Awful lucky for Sterling. It was going out of bounds. It hit the air duct and went back onto the court where they could get to it. Side out to Sterling.
I thought if it was outside the service court that it was unplayable. If it hits outside the service court, but evidently not.
Alyssa George with the dig up. Mal just tips it on across, and Sterling miss hit. Point Minneapolis. Autumn Knox will serve. Minneapolis leading 5-3.
Nice return by Autumn, picking up that attack. Stephanie's going to set Alyssa. Alyssa's just going to tap it over. Sterling misplays that, falls in for point Minneapolis.
6-3 Minneapolis. Autumn Knox serving. We're playing Sterling. First game of bracket play, and we would sure like to get through this one unscathed. We get a shot at the champ.
Yeah, that'd be nice to get a hold of Conway again. Sterling moved up to 3A this year, I believe, Mike. They'll be playing in the 3A sub-state.
Really? Well, the program gives the rating, and I didn't think to look, see if they were. They're over the net. Mal was there to block. Point Minneapolis. Nice serve by Kylie. They should have let that one go. It was headed out, and there's a nice attack by Mal in the middle. This is George, and we tap it on over. That's 2 hits by Sterling. Point Minneapolis, 8-4.
The program shows they're 2A, but I thought I read in the paper that they moved up to 3A.
Another nice serve by Kylie. Lynn's pass is mid-court. Alyssa George pumps it on over. There's a better, nice dig by Lynn's. Attacked by Autumn over here. They cannot dig it up. Point Minneapolis, 9-4.
Stephanie with a nice cross-court shot to the back row, right in between 2 of the Sterling ladies, and they were unable to get a hand on it. Point Minneapolis.
Another nice serve by Kylie. They tip it. Alyssa George is there to cover. Here's an attack by Mal, and she doesn't get it. Slipped off her hand. She didn't get a good tip on it. And side out to Sterling.
Mallory needs to keep her eye on the opposition because they didn't attack the net. They looked like they were playing back. They expected a dink. Needs to rear back and hammer that. Like that. Just like that.
Is that what you had in mind there?
That's just exactly what I was looking for.
Mallory with a winner down the line with authority. Serves. Nice serve.
Mallory's pass to the front. Alyssa takes it. Passes over to Lindsay, and she goes on the attack. That ball's out. Good call by the line judge. It was just wide, but it was out.
11-5 Minneapolis. Mallory. Ooh, close.
Just caught the top of the tape. Sterling will serve, trailing 11-6.
Steph with a tip over, and they're there to cover. And they just knock it over, and it's out of bounds. Way out of bounds. Out the back line, Sterling's attack. And it's point Minneapolis, 13-6. Alyssa George serves.
Nice deep serve by Alyssa. Kylie passes to Steph. Steph sets the back row, and Malley with the back row attack, block at the net. Now we're going to set Alyssa to the outside. Sterling gets a block on it and caught Minneapolis flat-footed.
Lenz with a nice dig, and we had a nice attack, but Sterling was there to block, and it fell on our side for a side out to Sterling. 7-13.
Mallory's pass to the middle to Stephanie. Stephanie sets Autumn. Autumn gets another good attack on it, but there's Sterling there to block. Lindsay with an attack at the net. Nice pass by Alyssa. Miss hit just a little bit by Linz. It goes into the net. Point scored for.
There and side out, or point to Sterling. 8-13.
Sterling looks like they're covering everything well, Mike. Lady Lions need to stop right here. Need to score a point on this serve. Mallory's pass to Steph in the middle, who sets Autumn, and Autumn puts the shot down on that attack. Sterling goes for the back row attack. Kylie sets Autumn to the outside again. Nice hustle by Mallory to save that ball.
Saves it. Alyssa George bumps it on over. They just tip it on that short set. Autumn just keeps hitting. It was out the back line, but it was
Minneapolis
hit.
looking for a touch, and they got one. There was a touch at the net. That ball was out the back line, but Autumn looks to the line judge for a touch, and she gave it to us. Point Minneapolis.
Sterling tips it over, and we cannot get to it.
Sterling resembles Minneapolis in a lot of ways, the way they play the line, and except for the service there. We like to get ours over. Sterling serves into the net, gives Minneapolis the point. Lindsay Perry back to serve for the Lions. We're leading 15-10, game one.
Out.
That ball sails out the back line. Their outside attacker hits it long.
Lynn serves. We're leading 16-10. Need to get a couple more here. Side out, Sterling, 11-16.
That shot drops in just in front of outstretched Alyssa George, and she's able to get a hand on it, but not able to get it up.
There we go.
It was a nice pass from the back row up to the setter. Set Mallory to the outside with an attack, and she put it down for point Minneapolis. Minneapolis leads 17-11. Nice block back at the net by Lady Lions. Alyssa called for the push. It's going to be a point Sterling. That ball come over Mike on the pass and sitting right on top of the net. I thought Alyssa was going to go ahead and hammer it down. She went to set it back over because there's a couple blockers there. She got called for the push.
Thank you very much.
Sterling with another serve into the net.
See if Kylie can get a couple here and get us past that 20 mark, and we'd be looking good.
Boy, it's a gorgeous day outside, Mike, but that just makes it hot in here.
Nice serve by Kylie. And Sterling hits a cross-court winner just inside the line for a point.
Caught the defense leaning the other way, and they hit it just wide of Kylie, which drops into service court for point. Sterling with the serve. They're trailing 18-13. Stephanie's pass to Kylie. Kylie sets Mallory. Mallory hits through the block. Ball goes out of bounds. Point Minneapolis.
How did Sterling fare with Conway Springs, Vic?
The first game I seen, Conway beat them 25-20. The second one, when I looked through the net, I could see that it was Conway 19, Sterling 12 or 13. So they hung with them pretty tough.
That's in. 14-19, Sterling serving. Well, we're getting the second best team in that pool, so
A little bit that I seen Sterling over there in that Conway Springs match, they look pretty good.
what was their record coming into this, Vic? I don't think they've been beaten too many.
Sterling's 20-5 coming into this tournament. Kylie's pass to the middle to Stephanie. Stephanie sets Lindsay to the outside. Lindsay attacks to the back row for Sterling, and they put it up in the air and keep it in play. Mallory tries to dig that push over the net, unable to get to it.
Miss hit by the Sterling middle, and drops in on our side for a point. Coach Mack wants a timeout here to see if we can't slow down Sterling just a little bit. Minneapolis leading 19-16.
Lady Black Bears put themselves on a little roll there to get back into this thing. Minneapolis needs to score a point here coming out of the timeout, get served back, and get momentum back on their side. So who came number 2 out of our pool? Was that Hillsboro?
Yeah, Hillsboro ended up winning. Chapman had Marion on the ropes, or Hillsboro, I guess. And If Chapman would have beat Hillsboro, it would have put Marion in, but Hillsboro held them off in 3, and so Hillsboro's the second seed from our pool. Steph sets Autumn, and she dunks it in. Nice pass. And Sterling cannot handle it.
Kylie sets it. She sets it to the back row for Sterling, and Sterling Black Bears unable to handle it. Goes out the back line for point Minneapolis. Alyssa George back to serve for the Lions. Let's see if we can run off 3 or 4 here. Sterling does a lot of back row attacking. Nice dig by Alyssa George.
Got 2 setters there together, and neither one of them could decide which one should take it. I think it was probably Kylie's, but she's secondary anyway, so pass came up, so no, I guess really it should have been Steph's, so I think. It's set for Autumn, and she taps it across midcourt. Sterling with an attack, in for a point.
Lady Lions got a hand on that for a block at the net, but it comes through, drops right in front of Alyssa on the back row. Point Sterling. Mallory passes Stephanie in the middle. Stephanie sets Autumn. Autumn puts that down right through the block, Mike. It was a good hard kill by Autumn.
I like that power game. Drops on Sterling's side for a point. Stephanie Alderson serves. We're leading 21-18. We tipped it.
Tipped it at the net. It goes out the back line for a point Sterling.
It tipped at the net, and then it redirected a little bit, and Alyssa couldn't get it either at the back. Lens has to run over and take that. Steph with a dig. Autumn with an, oh yeah, monster hit. How did that one taste?
I'll tell you what, that drive just about took that gal right off her feet, Mike. That was coming down with some grease on it. That was a heater.
Lynn serves. We're leading 22-19. She takes it. It was going to be on the line. Autumn with an attack. It's, oh, they cover that corner better than most teams, that's for sure. Steph to set Autumn. It's off the tape.
We got a back row attack called, and they hit in front of the 10-foot line, Mike, and that's point Minneapolis.
I'm glad he caught it, because I didn't.
Yeah, one of the Lady Black Bears, she was a back row hitter, and she come up on a set, and she took that shot on an attack from in front of the 10-foot line, and that's a no-no in volleyball. You can't attack from in front of the 10-foot line if you're on the back row. That makes the score 23-19.
Tough match.
Lady Lions get this one under their belt. They'll get their legs back underneath them after sitting for a while.
I think they play better back-to-back. I think they get a shot to play Conway Springs just here directly. If they go in 2 also, then I think we got a good chance.
Yeah, we haven't had a single back-to-back match today. Everything's been play 1, off 1, play 1, off 1. Now I'm looking through the screen to the other side, and I see Conway Springs is leading Hillsboro 11-3 in their first game.
Lynn serves. It's over in good shape. Sterling just taps it on over.
Nice dig by Alyssa. Autumn with a monster kill again, Mike. There we go, and we're sitting at game point.
Autumn not quite mid-court with an attack at the net, and it was well within the line. Lynn serves for the match.
Get that ball up there in Autumn's wheelhouse. Mallory with a tip at the net for the block. Stephanie's going to set Autumn to the outside, and there she goes with another monster jump.
That's what we need, that power game. Sterling backed off the net. There was no one there to block. 25-19, Lady Lions take that one. We'll change sides and play one. And Hoisington's out there too. They're always tough, and we played them once at the wrestle tournament.
Yeah, Hoisington and Lions will be there. Lions is supposed to be tough, or so I've been told. But it remains to be seen.
Kylie with a nice pass up to Steph. She sets Autumn. Lindsay's late getting there. Scored a point, Sterling.
That ball was put a little too close to the net for Linz to get to. It was right on the tape when she went after it.
We do get it over. They just tip it on over. Here's a chance for Autumn. Mallory with a nice dig. Linz with a nice stop. Tip powered it through the Sterling blocker. There's a nice attack by Steph. Falls for a point, side out to Minneapolis. Nice attack there by our setter.
That's right. Steph had a good attack on that ball. Hits it into the block, and the blockers hit it up against the standards for point Minneapolis. Stephanie back serve for the Lions. Minneapolis trails 2-1. This is game 2 of the semifinal.
That drops. Point Minneapolis, 2-2. Nice set there in the middle, and Lenz just taps it right in, and there's no one there. Steph with another nice serve. And Sterling, I think we should have let that one go.
That one had a chance of going out.
Alyssa tried for it. It went out our back line. Scored a point to Russell. And Russell. Sterling. (3-2). That drops. 4-2 Sterling. Now with a nice pass up to Steph, and she double clutches.
Drops in the basket just a little too deep. Steph's called for a lift there. Lions trail 5-2. Sterling with the serve. Mallory passes to the middle to Steph. Steph with a back set to Lindsay. Lindsay with an attack to the back row. Sterling can't get to it off the pass. Pass goes a little bit too close to the net. Drops in for point Minneapolis. Got to bring Lindsay Perry back to serve for the Lady Lions. Minneapolis trails 5-3.
Lenz with a nice serve is over in good shape. Sterling. Nice dig by Autumn and a nice save by Lenz. Autumn bumps it on over. And a block by Mao. Big attack by Autumn's blocked by Sterling. Steph with a set, and now Mallory pounds one down, and they're there. We blocked that.
Lions are getting good blocks at the net.
It's a tip. Steph sets Autumn. They could have got her for a double on that set. Big attack by Autumn, drops for a point, Minneapolis.
Comes off the top of the block on that attack by Autumn. Falls right in front of the back row, scored a point for the Lions. Lindsay still serves, trailing 5-4.
Lindsay with a nice deep serve, handcuffs the Sterling girl. And there's a nice attack by Mao. Lift by Sterling is not called. And Stephanie watches as that one drops. Side out to Sterling, and they lead 6-4.
Alyssa with a nice back row attack, Mike. Just clears the tape. The blocker was there for the block, but she caught it and falls to the floor. Autumn with a nice deep serve.
I think we should let some of those go. I think they're going to be hit long, and we take them and can't handle their kill attempt. It rolls across the tape and falls on our side. We dive for it and knock it out of bounds. Point to Sterling, and that's in the net.
We'll take that. See if Kylie can get us on a roll here and run off about 4 or 5, Mike. Get us back up on top.
Tape shot by Sterling and drops on our side. We cannot get to it.
Looks like Conway Springs must have disposed of Hillsboro in pretty short order. They're back over here. So the winner of this match here is going to take on Conway Springs Lady Cardinals for championship. Stephanie's pass to Kylie. Kylie with the back set to Mallory. Mallory with the ninth outside attack. That ball was in, and she called it out. That ball hit inside the line, and line judge called it out. Scored a point for Sterling.
Back row attack by Autumn. They tip it over and we block it out of bounds.
They're catching a lot of the top of that tape, Mike, and it's throwing the girls off. They're heading to a spot where they think the ball's going to be, and it catches that tape and sets it off just a little bit.
Terrible pass by Steph. We recover. Angled over it. That is out.
Sterling hits one out the backside. Mallory will go back to serve. Minneapolis trails 11-7. Nice deep serve. Going to set the back row up for an attack on Sterling.
Nice attack by Alyssa George, and they one-handed into play. Alyssa digs. Chance for Lynn. Blocked, and it drops. 8-11.
Just keep the lady line swinging and things will fall into place. Nice short serve by Mal, just cleared the tape. Sterling with the serve and the lead, 12-8. Coach, you're going to take time out, Mike. We look like we're just a little out of sync.
Sterling leading this game 13-8. Minneapolis won the first game of this match, and Lady Lions are needing to get a side out here so we can get back on the offensive. Sterling playing fairly well here, but Minneapolis playing a little bit out of sync. Regain their composure here and just work their way through this little dry spell and put on a little run, put a few points behind them, and get back in this thing.
We've seen them do it before. A couple weeks ago at Concordia, they did that. They fought through a little bit of adversity in one of their games. Come back and won a game 26-24 against Concordia. Took it to a third game, ended up beating Concordia.
a nice pass to the front, and a real nice set. And Lindsay drops a hammer on it. And their save goes straight up in the air, and they boink it around and do not get it over in 3. And they're struggling now. Steph sets to Autumn. She has to left-hand it. It's over. And there's a nice dig by Alyssa George in the back row, and Autumn with a nice. Oh!
That's the second time that ball has been on the line, and she's calling it out. Somebody needs to tell that line judge that the line is in. Mallory's past the middle, Steph. She back sets it right in the corner of the front row. That was a nice little shot by Steph.
Side out to Minneapolis, 10-14. Stephanie Alderson serves. Nice serve by Steph. Sterling's attack was so soft when Lindsay blocked it, there just wasn't enough momentum for it to go anywhere, and it drops right behind her for a side out to Sterling.
Mallory bumps past to Steph for set Autumn in the middle. Autumn comes up a little bit short on that attack, Mike. Hits tape and falls on Minneapolis side for a point Sterling. Sterling will have the serve with the lead, 16-10. She got that one right. That one was long.
A little dry spell here for the Lady Lions, and they need to come together and start playing. 10-18 Sterling. There's a nice pass from Kylie. Sets Lenz. They block, lands on our side.
Lions need to put a stop on here right now, Mike, and they need to get the ball back. We need to score in a bad way.
That does not go over, and it's point Minneapolis. And finally we get a side out. We're trailing 11-19. Lindsay Perry serves. They attack from the back row. We attack from the front row. Lenz's pass up to Steph. Mallory tips it in. They tip it over somehow. Tipped by Kylie. They cover. Big block. There you go.
There was an open court there. Mallory just take a little push on the ball, sets it right over the net, right in the open court, point Minneapolis. Lindsay still serving.
Come on, Lenz.
Nice serve by Lenz. That ball's out of bounds. Point Minneapolis. Lady Lions trail 19-13. This is game 2 of the semifinal match against Sterling Lady Bears.
Oh, yeah.
She handcuffed her with that shot, Mike. It sounds like the Lions are catching a little fire, too. Sterling going to call timeout.
(14-19), and Lady Lions are trying to turn this thing around and take care of them in 2 here instead of going to the 3rd game. Like the Hillsboro girls are just waiting to see who they play for 3rd place over in the other gym.
Okay, Lady Lions come out of the timeout. They're trailing 19-14. We still have the serve, and Lindsey Perry will be back there to do the honors. Lindsey with a nice serve.
We cannot cover, and they find an empty spot for a point. Side out to Sterling. 20-14. Lynn's pass up to Kylie. Try for Autumn. And they are there to... Another tip by Mal, and it's good. They're up blocking, and...
There she goes again. There she goes again with that little dink, Mike. Sterling looked like they were set up for the big hammer, and Mallory just tips it over the top of them. That was a nice serve by Autumn. Got a tip at the net. Going to set Alyssa to the outside. Alyssa with a nice attack. Mallory gets a block on the ball, but it just comes wide. Falls on Minneapolis side. Score the point for Sterling. Sterling leads 21-15.
Well, side out here puts us down 5, so that would be just the ticket here. Tipped by Sterling as Mal attacks. Yeah.
Good hustle at the net. Good hustle at the net by the Lady Lions. Keep that ball in play, and then Alyssa gets one put up to the top of the tape, and she sets us down on the Sterling side, point Minneapolis. Lady Lions trail 21-16. Kylie McCulloch back to serve.
Stay aggressive at the net, and it pays dividends. We score a point. Side out to Minneapolis. Kylie with a nice serve. They tip it over. Alyssa George bumps it up, and she tips it across. Sterling is there.
Free ball for the Lady Lions.
Here we go. Yeah.
She hits it through the block.
Power ball is the way to go, and it's 18-21, or is it 17?
17-21. Yeah, the power ball number that time, Mike, was 44.
Nice serve by Kylie. Her pass comes to the net. They tip it. Alyssa George backhands one up in the air. Take it.
Lady Lions need to be talking on that. Somebody's got to say mine and take the ball. They can't let things like that, simple balls like that, fall in the floor right in front of them or in between them.
Lindsay's pass comes over, and Sterling hammers it down for a point.
Okay, we need a side out right here, and it's going to start with pass.
Out with a tip, it does not drop. And they return the favor. Kylie with a set for Alyssa George. She hammers one down. It's going out of bounds. Scored a point, Minneapolis.
Sterling unable to get to that ball to net. Falls in for a point for Minneapolis. Mallory go back to serve. Lions are trailing 23-18.
Nice serve by Mal. Tipped by Lenz. They're there to cover this time. They shot put it over.
Our pass is going too far, too close to the net. That pass was more like a set, and the Lady Black Bears dropped it down.
Match or game point for Sterling. Let those go.
Either that or they need to move their feet. That ball sailing deep like that, they got to move their feet and get out of the way or get their arm on it. Don't let it bump them in the chest like that.
Well, first 1 to 15 will play Conway Springs for the championship. Whoever loses this game here will play Hillsboro for third place.
Okay, we're taking the floor for game 3 of this match with the Sterling Lady Black Bears. Minneapolis took the first game 25-19. Sterling took the second game 25-16, 18. So this is the rubber game of the match. This is a race to 15. Sterling will have the serve to start the game.
Well, this is the one we want right here. This is the most important game of the day for the Lady Lions. And they need to play like the #1 seed here. Sterling just shot puts it over, and here's a try for Autumn. She drops the hammer on it, and that's what we need.
Nobody touches that one, Mike. Yeah, this Sterling team come in, the #3 seed, and they're playing like it. They're playing good volleyball.
Yeah, they're...
That's what you call an ace.
Nice serve by Stephanie Alderson, puts Lady Lions up 2-0.
Stephanie Alderson with the serve for the Lions.
If they aren't up the net to attack, they always boink it over or dunk it in there, and we're there to block, but it isn't coming over in a big fashion, so we kind of ought to watch that, I think. Autumn with a nice attack at the net. That's in. Good hit by Sterling, ties the score at 2-2.
Lady Lions need to score right here. Get that ball back on their side and serve. Alyssa's pass goes to the middle. Stephanie with a back set to Lindsay. Lindsay with a nice dig at the net.
Serve by Sterling, and they go up 4-2. Kylie's serve goes on over, and they bump it on across, and there's Autumn with a nice attack.
Mallory passes the middle to Stephanie, and Stephanie sets Autumn, and Autumn with a big hit that's dug by the back row for Sterling. Alyssa plays it to the front. Steph sets it over. That
at the net, and it comes over to our side, and we cannot get it. Scored a point for Sterling, and they lead this match, or this game, 5-2. Games are even, and Lady Lions are on the short end of a 5-2 score here. We're only going to 15, so we need to get to going.
It's a sprint when you're going to 15. You got to come out fast. Lions started off like they were ready to take out, but Sterling put a stop to that, and they run off 5 points.
That was real short, and in the net, side out to Minneapolis. Lenz will serve 3-5. Mid-court attack by Sterling, and Autumn mishits it.
Autumn with a miss hit there. The ball catches the top of the tape, rolls down a little ways, and falls on Minneapolis side. Point Sterling. Sterling with the serve and the lead, 6-3. Stephanie passes to Kylie. That was a good hustle by Stephanie to get to that ball. She passes it up to the net to Kylie. Kylie tries to back set over the net, goes into the net, point Sterling.
Mallory tips it in, and Sterling's there to cover. And they hammer it down for a point. 8-3 Sterling. And we're in a funk. Coach Max putting in Audrey Antwell for Lindsay, trying to get a little different feel there in the back row. We're just not playing well on the back row, that's for sure. Passes just aren't coming to the front.
No, that's... You need a big stop right here, Mike.
Kylie with a set to Autumn and a big hit that Sterling knocks it over. Audrey Antwell with a nice pass up to Steph. And Autumn just bumps it with the left hand. We're there to block. Side out Minneapolis. Just in the nick of time. 4-9.
Now we need to go on that roll. Autumn Knox back to serve for the Lady Lions. That back row attack's hit long out the back line.
That line judge got that one right. That was well outside the line. Autumn Knox with another serve. Now with a block. Alyssa George with the winner.
Alyssa with the nice cross-court winner, Mike. That ball catches a Lady Black Bears back there in the back. She hits it out the side. Minneapolis with the serves, trailing 9-6.
Nice deep serve by Autumn. They tip it. Audra. Alyssa George knocks it to the back row. That's out.
She looked like she was going to signal in.
I could see that was out from here, and she almost called it in.
Lions back in this, Mike. 9-7. They're trailing.
Audrey Antwell in the back row for Minneapolis, playing excellent skills there on the back row. Some nice passes to the front. Gives our hitters a chance at an attack at the net, and it's quite evident when we're getting our pass to the front, we can go on the offensive. And now we're back in this thing. 9-7. Sterling still leads, but we're serving. Autumn Knox will serve it up.
Lions come out of the timeout. They're trailing 9-7. Autumn still has a serve. Lions out there trying to fire one another up.
That's a good serve by Autumn, good and deep. They just tip it.
Stephanie with a good dig. Here we are with that dink ball again, Mike. We need to put the hammer down and drop that thing for a point.
10-7 Sterling. And don't have the luxury of giving up too many points here. We need to side out. Autumn with a nice pass to Kylie. Alyssa George. That's out.
Blocked out of bounds by the Sterling ladies. Point Minneapolis. Kylie McCulloch will be back to serve. Lions trail 10-8. Game 3, semifinal match.
That's what we needed. Sterling's pass from the back row comes over the net, and Mallory Goeth drops the hammer on it, and it goes off the Sterling girls' arm for point Minneapolis. We're still serving 9-10. Oops.
Those hurt. Those hurt. You got to keep your serves.
11-9 Sterling, and they're serving. Little Dinker in there, and Audrey Antwell with a nice pass to the front row, and a Mallory goes with a nice attack.
Sterling able to cover the ball.
Alyssa George with a tip. Take shot by Sterling. Drops on our side for a point. Sterling, and they're up 12-9. Coach Mack calls timeout. Close to that 15 mark here.
They're creeping up there.
Reminiscent of the Concordia tournament, Minneapolis comes out of pool play unscathed and undefeated, and then first bracket game they struggle a little bit. Maybe they can shake it off, and Steph knocks it on over. Audrey Antwell with a nice pass. Kylie set. Alyssa George, a nice dig by Sterling. There's a try from Mal. It's blocked by Sterling. Drops on our side for a point. Sterling.
Big Red needs a big stop right here. Sterling called for the lift on that one. Mallory was there for the block. Mallory's back to serve. Minneapolis trails 13-10.
Nice serve by Mal.
Sterling was in the net and they never called it, Mike. That was not the ball that hit the net. It was Sterling's hitter.
Match point right here. We need
do or die right now.
Real bad. Sterling, a very quick team. That's 2 hits. 11-14, and we're serving. Alyssa George serves. And we need
5. We need 5 points right away.
For third and fourth against Hillsboro in the other gym, so we're gonna have to back up and move. Lady Lions a little disappointed, and rightfully so. They play better than that. So we'll go to the other gym.